play for the love of the game, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Money should not be a thing. Bro, I'm risking my life.
God bless. You may be seated. I am the Reverend Schnorr, and you have tuned in to the Reverend Schnorr's nightly service, which we've been doing since Palm Sunday when this whole thing kind of started. And this is all messed up here. You got to go that way. There we go. Now you can see the flashing lights. They're too bright. I'm going to turn them down a little bit there. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right with you. There we go. Now you can read them. Hey, God bless. I hope you're doing all right now. There we go. I'll read you a little something from the good book before we get started, like we do every night. And hopefully this will have something to do with what we're going to be talking about here. And it says, now the men who held Jesus mocked him and beat him. I want you to think about that. A lot of times, guys, they'll mock you and beat you at the same time. It's like add insult to injury, or vice versa. Why do they do that? I don't know. I've often asked them, why are you doing that? They don't usually it has something to do with me. They say, hey, well, you're a loser. Well, go to hell. So you beat me? Anyhow, people do that to each other, especially guys. We're a competitive bunch, men are. And when you can compete very good, well, you get lots of things, If you're a good competitor, you get the cheerleader to go on a date with you. You get the teacher to let you slide on your grades, maybe. Or you get to go to college for free. Some of you get to go into major league sports and make a lot of money very young. When that happens, I'm not sure everybody really has a real grasp of what the world is like for most people. They don't understand. Not that they don't work hard. They work hard, but dollars have a different value when you're 21 years old and you're making hundreds of thousands of them or millions of them. And when you go through that, sometimes you can get yourself in trouble when you talk publicly about things you know nothing about. And that's what we saw a little clip of at the beginning of the show there. Some young fella baseball player doesn't want to play baseball unless he gets all the money he's owed. We're going to talk about that tonight. I want to know what you think about it and what your feelings are. And sometimes we'll play devil's advocate, sometimes we won't. And we're going to try to be fair and just have a little discussion about it because I don't know about you, baseball means a lot to me. I love it. I've always loved it since I was a little kid. I would ride my bike down to the ballpark and with my grass cutting money. And, back then, if I didn't ride my bike, I'd take the bus. I cut grass, you get $6. The bus there is 45 cents. You go to 7-Eleven, get a giant big gulp and a hot dog, and that costs like $2. The ticket to the bleachers was $4. Upper deck was $3.50. And then the bus ride home, another 45 cents. And I still had plenty of money left to go to the movies the next day. Now you can't do that. The bus ride alone will break me. But anyhow, that's another story. And I really am not as old as that makes me sound. It wasn't all that long ago. We'll get into that. But first, let's bring in Brother Carlito and see what he's got on tap for the Reverend tonight while I open up my beer. Speaking of baseball, you can't have baseball without ice cold, old style.
Rev, do you know what I had on my lips today?
It wasn't a monkey wiener, was it?
Nope. I don't take those kind of pictures.
Okay.
I had the taste of ballpark peanuts.
Oh, where'd you get them?
I didn't get them. I was thinking about how we were getting closer and closer, but I think we have a PR disaster right now.
If you worked for, I think it's Tampa, the Tampa team, it would be, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be in that PR office tonight.
Yep, Blake, starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays. Out of all places, he's holding conversation on Twitch. He snitched on Twitch.
Snitched on Twitch. I bet someone's twitching down there in Florida tonight.
So we're going to say hi to our clergy, but this is what's been rolling all over the place. I think it's a disaster. I see his point. I just think he could have went about it in a different way. Anyway, let's take a look at it. Here it is.
play for the love of the game, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Money should not be a thing, bro. I'm risking my life. What do you mean it should not be a thing? It 100% should be a thing. If I'm gonna play, I should be getting the money I signed to be getting paid. I should not be getting half of what I'm getting paid because the season's cut in half, on top of a 33% cut of the half that's already there. So I'm really getting like 25%. On top of that, it's getting taxed. So imagine how much I'm actually making to play. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't making shit. And on top of that, so all that money's gone. And now I play risking my life. And if I get the Rona, on top of that, if I get the Rona, guess what happens with that? Oh yeah, that's in my body forever. That damage is not gonna be like the damage that was done in my body, that's gonna be there forever. So now I gotta play with that on top of that. So y'all gotta understand, man. For me to take a pay cut is not happening because the risk is through the roof. It's a shorter season, less pay. Like, bro, I gotta get my money. I'm not playing unless I get mine. Okay, and that's just the way it is for me. Like, I'm sorry if you guys think differently, but the risk is way the hell higher and the amount of money I make is way lower. Why would I think about doing that? Guys, I'm just saying, man, it just doesn't make sense for me to lose all of that money and then go play and then be on lockdown, not around my family, not around the people I love, and get paid way the hell less. And then the risk of injury runs every time I step on the field. So it's not worth it. It's not. I love baseball to death. It's just not worth it.
You look like a PR guy right there.
I probably haven't had enough to drink tonight. Excuse me. You know, if they paid me more, I would drink more.
I don't know.
There were three things that stuck out to me.
Okay.
I even wrote them down.
Really?
He got me perturbed a little.
Okay.
Now, not everything he said is wrong. There's a few things I think he's right about. But these are the three things he's wrong about. That every time he goes to work, throwing a baseball at another baseball player, he's risking his life. And the millions he's going to make doing that, as opposed to the millions he should have made doing that, are not worth it because it's not the full amount. To which I say, how much are the nurses making to go to work and seriously really risk their lives to go to work on a nightly basis? Right there with the disease right in front of them. You got the disease. Here's your nurse right there, right? They're risking their lives and they ain't making millions. Second thing, taxes. Well, welcome to adulthood, asshole. Everybody pays taxes. If you go to work and your boss says, I'm going to pay you $50,000 to come to work every day for a year, guess what? You ain't getting $50,000 to go to work every year, every day. You're going to make $50,000 minus all the money you got to pay for your taxes. And not just your income tax, which is robbery, your property taxes and your state income tax if you got it, and then your county taxes, and then sales taxes when you go buy your groceries and your medicine. Everybody's paying taxes, pal. So, yeah, all right, 33% because you're in a higher bracket. Guess what? A guy making a lot less than you is in that same bracket losing most of what he made. And the other thing, his point was, I ain't making shit. I think we've established from the first 2 points, you're making a hell of a lot more than 99.999% of the world. So you lose me on all those points because you don't know what making shit means. There are people who literally have nothing because of this virus and are seriously risking their lives, and he ain't one of them.
How about the guy when in the elephant's ass?
Right, now there's a guy. If you said to him, hey, we're only going to pay you half of what we owed you, I'd say, well, screw you. I'm not sticking my head down an elephant's ass then for you.
I just think that he was never put through PR school.
That too, because he did make good points, right?
Yeah, and you don't make the good points playing snitch or Twitch. You don't snitch on Twitch making good points. You leave money out of it.
Right.
You just say, I don't want to go because I don't feel safe. And for the amount of money that we're going to make, we'll just rather come back strong next year. But what about?
Right, because he's saying, well, I risk injuring myself for half a season. It's not really going to count.
I get that.
I'm on board with that. Hey, maybe you're right. Maybe you don't play then for that reason. I got to be quarantined away from my family, and the money I would make to be quarantined away from my family doesn't make sense to me personally. Fine there too. I get that. If you've got enough money to say, I'm not going to work because I don't want to be away from my little kids or my wife or my mama or whatever, then fine. Then you can say that. But to say, I ain't making enough to go throw a baseball around is kind of the wrong way to go about doing it if you want to support the working guy who just wants to watch baseball.
Because he's afraid to get the Rona.
Yeah, because he's either sitting at home not getting any money, or he's going to work every day, or she's going to work every day, risking her life for real to make very little money. So you're not going to get anybody to support you when, $3.5 million instead of $7 million, it's just not worth my time. Is not really it. But he does make good points about the health and the safety of the players, which, is what I think he should have stuck with.
And just not do it on Snitch.
No, don't do it on Snitch.
Right.
Cameras, you know what cameras are good for? Nothing.
Look at how much drama has come out of the ESPN Jordan years, The Last Dance.
Right.
And that was how long ago? The 90s? The 95, 88, 95?
Right. So
look how long they held that back. Most of it.
Right.
People in the business knew what was going on. But here, this guy's playing a video game with a headset on, and it's viral.
Right. And who's he? Is he playing with like 12-year-olds? Who's on the Switch with him, or the Twitch, or the whatever?
I don't know. There's got to be a lot of people.
Yeah, it's it too.
Anyway, let's turn it over to the clergy here. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what everybody says in the
Nelson. I saw Nelson right in the beginning. Nelson toes back in the house. He got the good seats tonight. Unfortunately, you won't get the good seats in baseball this year, but you got the good seats tonight, and that's what's important to us.
Right. What did Nelson have to say? He's probably getting paid if he's on Twitch.
You're right.
Well, here's the other thing, too. I read this when we were starting to talk about this. In the next couple of weeks, what happens? Right now, ball players are getting a prorated paycheck. A couple of weeks, that goes bye-bye. No more paycheck for doing nothing. So it makes sense if you want to keep getting any kind of pay to go play the game. That's how you get paid. Otherwise, you're not going to get any money until next spring training time comes around.
And a lot of these guys have a lot of people on their payroll.
Right, like anybody else.
And what the normal Joe doesn't know is they could set all that up with the ballpark, or the ball team. So they could have checks dispersed amongst everybody. So they're not really getting their big dough. They're getting sent to mom and dad and cousins and uncles and sisters and kids and
agents. Right. And like anybody else, sometimes you don't live within your means when you don't expect to suddenly be out of work.
How about this one?
Yes, this is from a former ball player from Mark, Texas, area. And he's saying, hey, you guys, this is a former player. He's like, what the hell? You need to understand that if you turn this deal down and you shut the sport down, you're not going to make a penny. I'd rather make pennies on a dollar and give hope to people and play baseball than not make anything and lose an entire year off their career. Here's a guy who's been through it, right? And he probably is thinking, when you're 21, you're not thinking how short your window is, right?
Right.
Maybe it's half a season, but next year you're going to be a whole year older in a sport where you don't last all that long, especially pitchers. So this guy's saying, hey, don't blow off half a year. Go play. Make a little bit of money and give people some hope. But easier said than done when you're already through it.
Here's another one. Let's see what else you check out this one.
That sentiment was echoed by Baltimore's Orioles Hall of Fame pitcher Jim Palmer. He told the Boston Globe that, hey, the Players Union just will never get it. People dying, out of work, can't pay their mortgage, no senior proms, MLB abbreviated drafts to disrupt lifelong dreams, and people need a diversion. And Tony Clark doesn't want to set a precedent. Full pay for games with no fans. The players know it's all about revenue. Less money, less pay, and be glad you have a job. Otherwise, stay home and drive your wife crazy. He makes a point, too. When the contracts were negotiated by the owners, the whole idea was based on what revenue normally is, which is I think they get like 60% from TV and 40% from the people coming to the games. And now you take away almost half of that money because people aren't coming to the games. But you have a lot of the same expenses.
Yes, they do.
You still got to turn the lights on in the ballpark. You still got to have a grounds crew. You got to have security. Maybe not as much, but it's got to be there. So it does make a little bit of sense that, hey, we want to pay you a little bit less. But they agreed to some kind of prorated thing just a couple weeks ago. And now they're saying, well, no, it's going to be based on revenue, which is a salary cap, which is kind of maybe a sneaky way of getting it in, is what they're being accused of. I don't know, because I'm not smart enough to know that. And this guy, now Trevor Bauer, is a baseball player currently, and he says the MLB return proposal is laughable. Makes some very good points here regarding the proposed revenue split and the problems with it. And that's what a lot of the players and the agents in the union are saying is a revenue split is basically a salary cap, and we want none of that. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Let's go to the clergy. We got a lot of people jumping in here.
I love Kerry Vaden's got a great line here. At 10:14, brother Carlito. He gets paid if he gets hurt or not. His argument is weak. Okay, Rich, that's a good point. He does get paid if he gets hurt. Seems like a giant turd. Perhaps he will tear his sack doing yard work and end up making burgers for a living. And you know what's funny, Bumbelow? You have no idea how close you are. He was actually out last season for a little while because he broke his toe moving furniture when he wasn't playing baseball. Same guy.
Nelson Toe broke his toe?
No, Nelson Toe didn't break his toe.
Oh,
the guy
thank
who doesn't
God.
want to play for $7 million broke his toe. So playing half a season is too dangerous, but moving furniture and dropping it on your foot is not. He still got paid. He still got this big contract, but he sat out a good part of last season with a broken toe.
Rev, great comment here. Let's fill her in.
All right, Lady MJ Chambers.
4:15 in Ireland. God bless.
God bless you for staying up, and God bless you for being Irish. I have no idea what you're talking about, but stuff, it's making me smile. Bless you, Rev, and Brother Carlito. Have a few drinks for me. Lydia Chambers, God bless you. I've never been to Ireland. I've always wanted to go because I hear there's pretty redhead girls out there, and I like to see it for myself, in person, not just on the movies. So I hope you're doing good. I'm sad that it's 4:15 in the morning and you can't sleep.
There we go. Hang on. Updated comment.
Okay. Hey, God bless. Hey, glad I could help. Oh, yeah, it's baseball. Yeah, I don't know all that much about it either, but you know what? You should come to Chicago and go see a game with us. You could come now and just go through the alley and not quiet on the door so you don't wake up Ma upstairs, and I'll show you tapes of old games. Good luck with that. They don't even want to show up. Half a game. Back in the day, they used to pitch the whole game.
Hey, Rev, we did some numbers, remember? Before the show, we actually got on and did some numbers. Take a look at this, guys. He's set to make $7 million this year. All right.
Poor guy only made $1 million last year, but then he had a broken toe. So
$4 million last year. He made $4 million last year because you got to include a signing bonus.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
But what I did is I Googled some stats here about how they average things out. In a 162 game season, starters sometimes only start 44 starts.
Right.
Of 162, but they're playing about 68 games in the whole 162 game season.
Because they come in to relieve sometimes and whatnot.
So you did the math a little bit based upon his taxing of money and something about 33, then minus the 25, add the 15, subtract the 42, and then his monthly bill on Snitch. You figured he'd make what, about 43,000 a game?
Yes.
But that's total games. That's not even games he played. So it goes up if he actually throws the ball.
Right.
So that's a lot of money. I mean, what do vendors make?
Well, I don't know. Vendors work on a commission, but the regular stand worker, you walk up and you give me a Pepsi and a hot dog.
Right.
On average throughout the country, so it's probably higher in New York and Chicago than it is maybe in Kansas City or Minnesota. The average stand worker makes $11.54 an hour. I did that math, and I can't remember because I used to do that when I was in high school, if it was based on an 8-hour day or a 10-hour day. They work a lot like TV guys where, 10 hours straight, but then you get time and a half if it goes over, or it was 8 hours straight with time and a half over. I forget. In either case, you're making max at about $12,000 a year, which is about a quarter of what this guy would make a game.
Yep.
They're going to deal with the public. He's not. I mean, they don't even sign autographs anymore. I don't know what he's
we're not
going to make
counting
regular teammates because it's the only people he's going to be around.
And we're not counting endorsements either.
Right. Endorsements and tax shelters that I'm sure they can afford that the guy making $12,000 a year ain't going to afford.
All right, let's go to our peeps. Let's see. Sports history today.
325 pitches in the 10th inning as a starting pitcher. They don't even nowadays. They don't really even get to 100 pitches anymore. When they do, it's a big deal. So you're not even talking. I mean,
Let's see who else. Oh, Thomas. Yep. So quit, asshole. I guess that. Let's see. Hang on. Let's go to the top. We came on at, let's see, 9:50. Let's see. Let's go through and see what we. Good evening, Skylar. There you go. Hi, Julie. Good to see you. Rich is in the house. And let's see how this weighs here. Hirschberg's in the house.
hey, Hirschberg.
TJ, we knew that. Hot dog. David's in the house. May the booze be with you. Absolutely. How you doing, Rev? Brother Joe? Okay, here we go. I think we're going to start going with the opinions here. I wish we could do a poll on this program, but let's see. I won't say that, but okay, there's one on that side. Stacy wants to say hi to you.
Hi, Stacy. Hey, Stacy, is that a man in your picture with you?
There you go, Rev.
What are you doing? Okay, all right, we'll talk later.
All right.
All right.
Rich, they get paid to play a game. All right, so that's going to go in that column.
I believe Rich at one point, volunteered to defend his country.
Let's see. Well, there you go. God bless. Throw some chin music at COVID and brush them off the plate. All right. I know where that one's going, so I'm going to put that in the same column as the other ones.
Right?
How you doing, Gregory?
Gregory's back. God bless.
Let's see.
Imagine if he had real problems.
All right. I know where to put that one in that column. All right.
Harry's got a good one coming up.
All right. I know where that one's going.
Wrong way to look.
Oh, I know where that one's going. Oh, I know where that one's going.
Hey, Gregory, you ever risk your life to earn a paycheck? Curious.
Okay, I know where that one's going. How about that one, Rev? You know which one that one's going?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I know where that one. I'm gonna have to turn the page pretty soon. Okay, I know where that one's going. Rev, I think we're one-sided on this topic today.
I think so.
Oh, let's see.
He did say something like, I'm not making shit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an idiot.
Someone did mention, well, there's no state tax in Florida. You're right about that, David. So he's saving some money there. Smart.
Yeah, until he gets traded. If I pay tax on a plant, this dude can survive with his MLB money. Right.
Well, there you go, Rev. Very.
Wait.
What?
You got to go.
Okay.
Got to go to 10-14 between David Smizer and Julianne Larson.
Okay.
And look for Carrie Vaden.
All right.
I think she sums it up for everybody on your list there.
There you go. Enough said.
Enough said. I think while he does make some good arguments, I'm going to play devil's advocate. There are safety concerns and there are health concerns that have to be concerned into the equation of what they're concerned about. But I ain't making shit, and I ain't got to get mines, all of it, no matter how many people are in the stands or not in the stands, or how many games I play. Doesn't fly with most people, especially when 15% of the country is laid off or out of work. You can get mines over at Target, stocking the shelves if you really need to make money.
He might have tried to have made a good point. It just might have the wrong way.
Yeah, well, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Okay. My daddy always said there ain't nothing better than a warm titty and a cold beer. And now I know what the Reverend Schnorr t-shirt should say.
There you go. Write that puppy down. Rev, I think it's time for a peace shot. We got all worked up today. We started talking about this and we said, show's done. We're just going to throw this to the clergy and let them have fun in the comment section.
Right. Athletes don't listen. I'm all for I'm in favor of unions. Every time I didn't belong to a union, I took it up the ass in a bad way. So unions are good. I'm all for if your company is making that much money off of your talents, then yeah, you earn that. You earn the right to a high salary. Without your talents, they ain't gonna make that money. So I don't buy this, they get paid too much. If we're willing to pay that much for a beer and to get tickets, and if TV stations are willing to pay that much to air the game, so that the boss is making that much money to show off these people's talents, then yeah, the talented also should be getting a piece of that pie, and it tends to be a lot of money. But when you start saying that is not a lot of money, when the whole rest of the world knows that it is, that's when I have a problem with you. All right? I'm a capitalist and a union guy. Try to figure that one out. But don't be an asshole about it. I guess that's all I got to say about it. God bless you all. I hope we didn't do a peace shot.
We got to do a peace shot.
Peace shot. All right. I nominate Carrie Vaden just for saying give that boy a titty, but we could do a peace shot for people.
How about all the baseball fans waiting to see that first pitch?
God bless. How about for all the guys who are willing to risk their lives to run a camera to show it to them, or to lay out a microphone, or sit in a truck pushing buttons, or sit in a truck telling people what buttons to push? How about a peace shot for all of them guys?
God bless.
And ladies, sorry. Men and women.
For the crews out there that are sitting at home making bad TV on the streams.
God bless.
Salute.
Salancha. My favorite part of the day. Uh-oh. We're bringing it out again. All right. I got to get me a bottle so you don't have to do that alone.
You want to spell it?
Yeah. Okay.
How do you say salute in Greek?
The only Greek word I know is gabisu, and I know it's not a good word.
Well, thanks to Dean at JD Muggs, I got this great Malort. There's a good parody commercial on YouTube. I watched it the other day about this. We could post it, but anyways, I'm not gonna. Derek's in the house. Salute, Derek.
Hey, Derek.
To all of us sitting at home making bad TV, here we go.
Are we doing another? Hold on. Get my CC out.
Yeah.
You know what I read today?
I know you're going to tell me.
All right, so I was reading. I don't know if anybody is familiar with the movie Blazing Saddles. One of my all-time favorites. Mel Brooks wrote it with the help of Richard Pryor and some other really funny people. It was very risque for the time, right? And a lot of the language they wouldn't be able to do it today. There's one scene that they actually cut out for going too far.
Come on.
And I read the joke and I couldn't stop laughing. So you know the part where Sheriff Bart hooks up with the German singer girl, Melanie Kahn,
Yes.
to Schnitzergrubel the night before that, you know?
Yes.
She says, is it true what they say about you people? And the lights go off. And in what got released, she goes, it's true, it's true. What got cut out was Cleavon Little saying, lady, I don't want to disappoint you, but you're sucking on my arm.
Oh.
Somehow that was too much.
So I'm going to do a shot for all the Greeks out there, and Lydia's still paying attention.
Oh, Lydia, God bless you. Oh, I'll do a shot of whiskey for Ireland, absolutely.
It's about 4:30 out by you now. Right? You got on at 4:15 or 15 minutes. Already 32 minutes into the show. We're going to run out of time. Anyway, Skylar, a great restaurant in the western suburbs called JD Muggs sent over a bottle of Merlot. Great. Oh, we could have talked about Chicago flag. They want to add another star. What the hell's up with that? But anyway.
I didn't hear that.
Tomorrow.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah. So anyway, Skylar, that's the whole Greek liquor thing there. And the Reverend's going to do a shot of whiskey for you.
Slancha, Lydia, slancha.
Yes. Salute.
In my JMO glass. The water of life. Yishkabaha. God bless. All right, I guess.
It's Hilly. No. Oh, God.
I might watch it tonight. Shh. It's just a man and a horse being hung. Burton Gilliam is from Texas. Yes. Oh, it was one of those things that they get you, you know, it's the things everyone hid from you about Blazing Saddles, and it's clickbait, but it was so interesting. There's a story about Burton Gilliam and how he didn't want to say the N-word, but he had to for the part, you know, for the scene. And Cleavon Little had to kind of tell him, it's okay. I know we're playing here and you wouldn't really ever call me that. And it was okay then at that point, but he felt horrible having to say that to good people, you know. They didn't want to use that word. But Richard Pryor, Nelson mentions package here for Mongo. Richard Pryor actually wrote most of the Mongo's dialogue, which would surprise me because I knew he's a writer on the movie, but I would have thought he came up with some of the real either risque, dirty stuff or racial stuff, but he was a Mongo writer.
Rev, we should do a flashback Friday of Mel Brooks movies.
Would you guys want to talk about Mel Brooks movies?
Oh, those are
love Mel Brooks.
All the way up until Spaceballs.
I got a gift was the Mel Brooks collection. It's got the producers, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, High Anxiety, and one other one in it. We'll talk about that. People call me Jim.
So
they take precedence over
hey,
the.
where's Skylar at? Let's see. Who just asked me?
12 chairs. That's the one. Nelson told you always answer my questions. 12 chairs.
Nelson, you have like a computer next to you and you just keep Googling? Because we don't. All our computers are tied up, and if we turn it anymore, everything goes downhill for us. But yes, if you go to JD Muggs in Addison, they have a website, they have a Facebook page. JD Mugs in Addison, Illinois. I believe they're selling this. It is actually pretty good. How do you say, Reverend? It's an acquired taste.
It is an acquired taste, but it is also a Chicago tradition for like 100 and some years.
And it's Jepson's.
Jepson's Malort. Yeah.
There you go. You can rewind it on the show after we're done off the air, and you can get the label.
Absolutely. And Jepson's actually has done a lot of making of hand sanitizers for emergency workers during this. So it's a good company.
Hey, Rev, I think you can use this as hand sanitizer too.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. You could.
And after you get done shaving, if you have a little blood, you just Yep. All right, well, we're way past our bedtime right now. There you go. That's where you can find it. See, all the clergy's helping out.
God bless. mugsandmanor.com. Get yourself some Jepson's Malort.
Yep.
What else they got there?
All right. Rev?
All right. Well, I hope everybody had fun tonight. It was a little different than what we normally do, but hey, we got to change it up a little. We can't do the same thing every night. It looks like I wanted to hear what you guys had to say more than anything.
You know what, Rev?
You didn't disappoint. What?
We forgot to tell everybody about. You ready for this? Maroonfishing.com.
We did.
I got a cool shirt on today. Look at this baby. Let's
I
go
like that.
page. There you go.
You may smell like
read it off.
Like a catch.
Yeah, and it fits nice too. If you're really pumping up, I can't stand up. I don't do the show with pants on, so. But head on over to maroonfishingcompany.com to get these nice soft tees. They're not itchy, and you got one in the background. I see it right there. Oh, I don't have that one.
It's the captain.
Oh, let's see. Do I hit? Anyways, I gotta go. We're almost done with Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
Yeah.
I finished Dead to Me last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was good.
Enjoy.
God bless.
I could repeat some lines from Blazing Saddles, but we're gonna save it for that show. I'll see you later. I'm sorry we couldn't get to this guy, but take care, Rev.
God bless, Brother Carlito. Hey, everybody. Hey, think of your favorite lines from Blazing Saddles or The Producers or Life Stinks or whatever your favorite Mel Brooks movie is, Spaceballs. And in the next couple of days, we'll take care of that. We'll do a flashback maybe tomorrow and talk about Mel Brooks movies. What the hell? Why not? We're looking for things to talk about. Graduations are coming up too this weekend. So congratulations to graduates. And I just want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in. Dead to Me is a great show. Two of them, I fall in love in every scene because Linda Cardellini and Christina Applegate in it. How do you go wrong with either one of them? Gorgeous, talented, way talented actors, I should say. And it's a good show. It's funny but thrilling, and the hell, give it a shot. Oh, Kerry Vaden ordered from Maroon Fishing Company. God bless you, Kerry Vaden. All right, Anne-Marie Downs, night. Brother Vinci, walk this way. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay negative, think positive, and you have one for me because I'm going to have one for each one of you. Good night.
Just when you think this show is terrible, something wonderful happens.
What?
It ends.